Okay. Very good. All Balls Podcast, episode 6.
Yes, sir.
Coming to you from Studio Cat Productions. Brought to you by Helton Brewing Company, home of the Outlaw Cerveza, your favorite summer beer.
Is that's on tap now?
It's on its way.
Okay.
But it is the Outlaw Cerveza.
There's cans, though.
It's delicious.
There will be.
Oh, the cans that I saw are not
Those
out
aren't
yet?
those aren't Outlaw ones. They're not out yet. They're cans, but they haven't been poured yet.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It's the ultimate summer beer. They said it 2 years ago in like the New Times that it was the #1 summer beer in Phoenix, and then they just
Really?
decided not to make it. Yeah,
And they called it that at that time?
they
as
did.
well?
They did.
Number one
Wow.
summer beer, huh?
Yeah, it was.
Goddamn.
Well, somebody who wrote the article, it was his favorite beer.
Yeah.
It's been my favorite beer the whole time because I created the band that created the beer. This is good shit. Anyway, it's been a long time since we've done one of these.
It has. It feels like forever.
Well, it has kind of been forever. A lot of stuff has happened. We've had spring training, like 3 weeks of spring training since we've done one of these.
That's
Thank God
insane.
it's back.
It's almost over, though. It's crazy.
It is, yeah. We've had the All-Star break through MLB. We've bought and sold and traded all kinds of fucking cards and things.
Yep.
Just a lot has been going on, which a lot does go on, but we normally only wait like a week or two to do one. So it just seems like there's so much more to talk about right now.
Right, yeah. NFL offseason right now.
A lot of moves. Everybody's making a lot of moves.
NBA just finished their All-Star break.
Yep, just mentioned that guy.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
You mentioned that?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, it was one of the maybe the second thing.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, long story longer, a lot of good stuff happening.
A lot of good stuff. What's one of the good stuffs?
What's one of the good stuffs is watching Fernando Tatis batting .438 right now in Cactus League.
That's
Wow.
insane. I mean, it's spring training, so like people will always say, "Oh, that's spring training," but that's still amazing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you went out there and let's just say you were a varsity high school baseball player and your younger middle school brother didn't play baseball at all, and he was throwing you meatballs all day, you probably still would not hit .438. Like,
No.
you're gonna hit it 2 people. You're gonna miss some. Just to hit .438 spring training.
Well, you know the Dodgers
it's
are looking at
ridiculous.
this.
Stupid.
The Dodgers?
Of course
Yeah,
they are.
they're watching him.
The Dodgers
Oh,
are so
yeah.
fucked.
I hope so.
Oh,
We'll see. We'll
if,
see.
If Allie Awesome is listening to this, she's a huge Dodgers fan. So, I mean, she better get ready because we're going to bag on the Dodgers.
Oh, forever.
A lot.
Like, the rest of the year. I just cannot wait for like the Dodgers to be 17 games behind the Padres come September. It's gonna fucking make my entire world.
I mean, to be fair, the Dodgers, you know, they're World Series champs.
Are they?
Defending-
Yeah,
Kind of.
I mean, they have a good team.
Well, yeah, they have a great team.
I'm not going to say
but
they don't have a good team. They have a great team.
they have a great team.
But San Diego's exciting.
Of course they're exciting. They were exciting last year, and now they added enough pieces to like make them better. So now
Right.
they're still exciting, and now they're a better baseball team,
Right.
which is fucking fantastic because I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I haven't technically jumped ships from being a Diamondbacks fan to a Padres fan,
Okay.
but I'm both.
Do you, I mean,
I don't think there's anything wrong
you don't
with
have
that.
any
I do that all the
allegiance.
time. With-
Yeah, I
So
don't have
I-
any allegiance to the Diamondbacks.
Well, no,
do you?
I just picked them as my team, being from Alaska. Like their logo was an A.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, that's cool. And then they won, like, 2 years into being a team. So I'm like, well, that's cool. And Randy Johnson played for the Mariners, who, like, a lot of people adopt as their team when you're in Alaska, like Seattle or the Blue Jays, I guess.
Sure.
So we had that connection with the Diamondbacks, but like I also lived in San Diego too, so I think I'm
All right.
allowed.
Yeah.
I think I'm allowed to do that.
Absolutely.
Ipso facto,
Yeah.
you're a Padres fan.
Yeah, I'm a Padres fan, and I own more of his shit than any other particular player ever.
Well, yeah, that's what's selling right now.
Oh,
Like crazy.
yeah.
Tatis cards.
Well, they should be. Look at the fucking guy.
And we've talked about this a lot.
Almost every single episode. I cannot drill it in
probably-
your heads enough.
Probably every single
The guy
episode.
with the blonde dreadlocks and the massive dick is the way you want to go. Like, and it has been the whole time.
Yeah.
Has been the whole time. Chase prospects and things all you want. That guy's been a sure thing since day one.
Right. What are you guys' thoughts on NBA Topshot? Kind of changing gears here.
Oh man, the only experience I really have with that is the 2 times we've been out golfing and we were trying to get one.
Yeah.
And they released 30,000 packs at once, and we get into it in the morning right away, and there's like 261,000 ahead of you.
Right.
And you've got what, like, is it 2 minutes or is it less than that to actually buy the thing when it comes your turn?
Once it's your turn, you have, I don't know what it is exactly, but there's so many minutes that you have.
Yeah. And I still haven't been able to get one. So, like, I
did get one.
Oh, well, fuck. Well, that's cool. Anyway, I was going to say that I don't know enough about it, really. The only thing I know is that the demand is there for it to be lucrative
Yeah.
to get one, because if there's 261,000 people ahead of you in a 30,000 piece market on that particular day, like, that means there's about 230,000 people who still want one that didn't get one.
Right.
So, like, the resale value and potential on those things is fantastic. But it still seems a bit fucky to me that it doesn't exist.
It's
a
weird
goddamn
too.
like pack of what, 3 or 4 videos?
Yeah, you get 3 little mini videos, and the pack that I did get, it was just, I don't know, like $10 or something, and I had to wait all goddamn day to get it. It was like having to like refresh my phone every couple minutes because I wanted to see what it was all about. I love cards. I love collecting cards. I love selling cards.
Sure.
So I wanted to see what NBA Topshot was about, because there was some guy who invested like $175,000 into the early Topshot game, and now that investment has turned into $20 million.
Right, yeah.
So from an investment standpoint, I thought it's only we do our due diligence to check this thing out, even though I don't really like it that much because you're just looking at a video.
Yeah, to me, it's like fucking Bitcoin, which obviously has done a lot of people very well.
Sure.
But it's not real. Like, it's just... it's out
scary.
there. Yeah.
It's just scary.
Like,
It's blockchain, it's programming, it's...
right.
yeah.
Like, and you just trade these videos for, like, actual money that's not even real
You're
money.
trading
Because
air.
yeah, like it just does not make any sense to me. And I mean, from an investment standpoint and stuff, just based off of the people and the amount of people that are into it is lucrative, but it just doesn't make any sense as to how for me.
Right.
Thinking about it logically, there's nothing I can hold on to.
Yeah.
There's nothing. The only thing that it has is the hype behind it.
Sure.
Which is enough now,
Right.
for it to do something.
Yeah,
But
there's definitely enough
at
now.
some point, somebody's going to be like, well, what happened to all those fucking videos we used to own? And they're like, oh, I traded them for dope back in fucking 2021.
So it was kind of lackluster. I opened my pack, which is you just click on it.
Oh.
Click on the pack.
That
It
doesn't
opens
seem
up.
nearly as exciting.
And then, there's 3.
What'd you get?
They call them
sorry, what did we get?
3
that
moments.
we didn't know we bought.
Yeah.
What did we get?
I invested for us.
What did we get with our money?
One of them was like a Duncan Robinson 3-pointer.
Ooh.
And then there was another one where like some guy dunked on Giannis. And I don't even remember what the other one was, to be honest. I mean, there might have been, I don't know, like a Trae Young layup, maybe.
Exciting.
But for me, it kind of felt a little bit like, remember the old days of the internet where you used to like try to check out the scores on NBA.com and there'd be like these little mini videos of like highlights.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I think they kind of still do that in a sense. But yes, I know.
Yeah, but they were only like a couple seconds.
Right.
And back in those days, it took forever to download the fucking thing. But
Oh, yeah.
it kind of feels a little bit like that now where you're just
Yeah, we wait all day playing golf to find this fucking video that's like somebody doing a breakaway layup.
yeah. I was
That's
like,
scary though. That's
sick.
like once it's digitized, it's like music. Music's free now.
Right.
Oh.
Why is music free? Because it became digitized and everybody can share it.
Right.
Or porn.
Or porn. I mean, fuck.
I mean, it's all free now.
Yeah.
Because,
Everybody can
because
see
it's
my
in the
dick
computer.
on
It's
the-
just
Yeah.
it's
Or your
just digital information that can be sent around. So even though you have that, you know, maybe you had that first album that came out on iTunes or whatever.
right.
That's worthless now. Because
Worthless.
isn't it? Well,
Well, yeah. I mean, I just got a royalty check for $23.
Right,
so
right,
I would,
right.
I
But
would
you-
say
you-
music is
what
worthless.
I'm saying is,
It only took me a year and a
You
half
have
to get
that-
one of them motherfuckers.
Maybe profitable is the word we're looking
you
for
have
here.
that. You have that, and
Yeah.
but now that can be shared to anybody, right? Or is
Can
there
we
some
share
kind
that
of is there
motherfucker,
some kind
or
of
they
encryption?
gotta buy it from us?
They got to buy it from us. It's our moment.
So has anybody like
On Topshot.
wanted to buy this motherfucker?
So this cannot leak out. This can't leak out. It's somehow encrypted or something, so that
Something.
He
with
owns the
NBA
digital
Topshot.
pack of cards. It's like
Yeah.
it's sitting in his digital safe
It's
with
in
digital videos.
in my digital wallet.
in his digital wallet.
talking
in his
about it in the
digital house
digital
back in his
recording studio.
digital recording studio.
It's in my digital card binder.
The motherfucker does not exist. So to go around,
But you can see it.
you can see, you can watch it.
You can watch it as many times as you want.
I haven't watched it yet, and I don't. Whatever we paid for it, I don't think it was $10.
It's $10.
I don't think it was worth it. Because, well, I got like ESPN and shit. Like, is it top 10, not top 10? I would actually pay $10 to get like a few of those not top 10 videos. Like
Okay.
the bloopers, like the porn bloopers, the sports bloopers, you know, the funny
Yeah.
shit. I would pay
Well,
for
maybe
those.
maybe those will be worth something if
Those
if-
gotta
if
be worth
NBA
something.
Top Shot decides to do something like that.
I think they should.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be tough. Like, players wouldn't want that because they wouldn't want themselves to look like an asshole for eternity. But
But I mean,
Yeah.
the great plays are probably going to be on YouTube.
oh yeah, I mean 100%. Like,
Well,
people
yeah.
put the whole game on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean anything you can
YouTube
find a clip of.
YouTube
here and
rapes
there.
everything. Fucking fights before.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you don't get the pay per view, you can still watch them like almost live, basically. You don't own shit.
But I was
Unless
hoping
you own shit.
I was hoping in that pack we would pull something good.
And we did.
But I mean, we really did not at this point.
Yeah. I mean, somebody dunking on Giannis is okay because Giannis is a fucking monster, but like people are going to dunk on people all the time.
Yeah, for me it just wasn't that exciting, you know, because I don't know, we have a lot invested in cards, and you know, it's just there's to me there's that more of a connection.
Yeah, here's what
I
happened.
don't know.
Is
Maybe
he-
I'm just old.
Is
and
there was
fucked,
there was
I don't
all
know.
this hype about this shit and this online shit, and we hadn't been able to touch it yet, and we had tried a few different times. So you finally got your dick wet in one of these fucking digital packs, and you were like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever." And then you open it, and it's just some basic stuff.
Yeah.
Which is what you would get in a pack of cards most of the time anyway.
Right.
But because you were expecting something super fucking cool,
Yeah.
you're a little let down. And now basically
Little
all
bit.
we have are like these base videos of basic NBA plays
Sure.
that are being traded at whatever
Yeah.
throughout.
And then you get bootlegs. People making videos of the videos.
oh, I'm sure
I guess that
they
would be
do.
like a reprint.
that would yeah, that would be like a reprint or like a Tops Now or a
Yeah.
fucking opening day.
Which begs the question: if NBA Top Shot, is happening now, it's probably only a matter of time before the other sports jump in.
Oh, they will, and it's all fucking sucks to me. Like I just like having something in my hands. You
Right.
know?
I just think that there's more long-term value in the cards that we, are going after.
Well, yeah. I would hope so, because if this whole fucking game switches to digital, I'm out. I might as well get a Robinhood account and fucking trade fake shit that way, other than like trading fake ass videos of things online. The only reason I do this instead of doing that is because I get real things.
I think that the card community and the industry is so strong that I don't really ever see. It's interesting.
I don't think it's that strong, because I think I could personally kick 90% of people's asses in the card community. There's a whole bunch of fucking nerds.
Not that strong.
No, when there was this thing on Facebook, I'll back that up. I'm just making a joke, but there was this thing where they were talking about Barry Bonds, and it was after Curt Schilling said he was pulling out 2021 Hall of Fame. He said it again, even after he had already said it, and they're like, there won't be a thing. And some guy was like, oh, I'm just a few steroids away from hitting 700 home runs and stuff like that. So I chimed in there, and I was like, I've done steroids before, and not only have I not hit any home runs, but it's even hard enough for me to give my girlfriend an orgasm. And nobody fucking commented on it or smiley faced or laughed anything at all, because either A, they don't know females have orgasms, or B, they've never had a fucking girlfriend before.
Well,
I'm just joking, card people.
Fuck you for not getting my joke.
Yeah, seriously. If you're offended by that, then I'm right.
I hope we just didn't lose everybody on live Twitter right
Oh,
now.
Christ all Friday. They're fine.
Well, there's something about the grading of cards, though. That's
Oh, God.
it's exciting, and it makes
I'm
it
just going to
cooler
look like a
and-
dick this entire episode, aren't I? Because we watched that fucking video on the, we pulled up this thing, because Jamie was like, I want to see how they grade cards. I don't even understand it.
Yeah.
And we're sitting out here after I met your dad and stuff.
There's a card grading video.
Well, there's a lot of them.
It was something like card grading 101 or something like that.
Some shit like that. And it was some dude who was a stockbroker by day or day trader by day, and then but at night he traded, cards and things. And his
So he's like the Cape Crusader.
yeah, he's
Right.
basically Batman.
He's Batman.
Yeah,
Sure, okay,
He's Batman
right.
of trading cards.
I can
and
get
shit.
on board with that.
And I don't think you could. Not with this motherfucker, anyway. And so we were watching this video, and he had switched over to a guest who had made like a living on trading low value cards, flipping them is what they called it. And they were talking, and not only was it like the information wrong, but they were boring as fuck the entire time. There was absolutely zero entertainment value.
What was his what was he targeting? I know we talk a lot about, different things that we're targeting. Like, what was he off about?
So the dude's guest on this video, I guess he has his own channel. We only watched about 10 minutes of one video before I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
He had turned in a bunch of Ricky Henderson rookie cards.
Okay.
That was his thing. I think it was like 6 of them.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the motherfucker's name, and I'm not going to go research it or anything or call anybody out. I don't do that. But the one guy was like, yeah, I got all these back from PSA, because the question was, is there a grading company that's more reputable than the others, and do certain grading companies look for certain things? And his guest on there was like, yes, I believe so, because PSA has like a template of like what a centered card is, what they look for. Oh, Jesus.
God.
What they look for, things like that. And he got all these cards back from PSA, and they were like all 6s. And he was like, yeah, I think PSA puts more emphasis on centering and things like that. Like, here's a 6, and it's a 6 PSA OC for off center, and then there's a 6 out of focus or whatever the acronym was for that. And they're like, well, if I would have turned this card into Beckett, maybe they don't emphasize centering so much, so that 6 PSA could have been a 7 or possibly an 8 Beckett and given me more money on my return.
Okay.
And it's like, that's such fucking bad advice. Like, if centering should be a priority for every single grading company, like as much so as cornering and surface and everything else is. Like, you shouldn't.
Well, it should all be exactly the same
Right.
across the board.
Of course, yes, it should be. But the fact that PSA cards are more valuable than any of these other ones.
Well, we looked at that book I just bought that's like 2 years old. Every card in it was PSA.
Every single
And it
one.
was a card, I mean, it was a book about trading cards.
Yeah.
Every single one was PSA. In baseball, I mean.
And people are shitting themselves about PSA upping their rates, but everybody else upped their rates just recently, as far as I know.
Yeah. I mean, they have to try to stay with that PSA standard.
Sure, you have
Yeah,
to stay with that
that's-
standard because that is the standard.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
If there was a chance that you could overtake it, you wouldn't raise your rates too. You would keep your rates,
Yeah.
thinking that your line of company was just as, reputable as theirs is, and you keep.
And now you're getting all the business because
Right.
you're a little bit cheaper.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're a little bit cheaper, but your standards are the same. But fuck, they're not the same. Like,
Right.
Right. The value isn't the same. I'll tell you this: if the value, if it was flipped, and you're getting an SGC card,
which
if you're
has
getting
been around a long time.
they've
SGC
been
has
around a long time. And if you're getting more money with one of those cards than you are a PSA card, guess what? I'm switching.
I would too.
So
Everybody would. It
Yeah.
would be the right thing to do.
You want a hard grade, kind of. Because
course.
that's going to...
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a valuable card.
boost your
Yes.
value.
I've
Yeah.
got SGC, I've got Beckett, I've got other things, and they're just not even close to what the PSA cards are coming to.
Right. If you're investing, a lot of money into these cards and wanting to get the most out of them when you send them into a grading company, I mean, why skimp and send them to some of these other companies?
Right.
If you're spending $1,500 on a raw, ungraded Mike Trout, I want to know how. I want to get the most value out of that card.
Yeah, I want the best looking fucking Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't want to buy one from these assholes that are like, well, that's pretty good as a 9 over here. And then this company's like, well, that's pretty good. So it's a 7 over here. And I'm like, well, fucking which one is it?
Right.
And by the way, I just want to make sure that people know we are not paid by PSA to do this. But
Absolutely
we
not.
are being paid by Titleist golf balls.
Oh.
Why is that?
Titleist golf balls.
So we
Straighter,
use, right?
longer, faster, harder.
Hmm.
Titleist golf balls.
Go play one now.
I shot a 41 today on the back 9.
Yes, you did.
41.
That was a pretty magical 9.
Yeah, it was. It's the best round of my life.
There was no double bogeys.
No,
on
I
that?
had 4 pars
You had
and
4
5
pars.
bogeys.
And they were legitimate. I was there.
Yep.
I witnessed every single shot.
Yeah. And I only play Titleist golf balls.
Best game ever.
If you want to shoot a 41, play a Titleist golf ball.
Okay. That's good advice.
Yeah.
How'd you do, Hooch?
I shot a 51.
Okay.
He wasn't playing Titleist.
I wasn't playing a Titleist. I know that.
Yeah.
How'd those videos work out for you?
The videos.
The
The golf
your
lessons.
lesson.
Yeah, the golf lesson.
Yeah, the video lesson. I
It's,
meant.
it's kind of a work in progress still.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting there.
But did it mess you up?
A little bit. Like with the irons, it messed me up a little bit, but I feel like my driving's quite a bit better.
Oh, you drove like a fucking stud horse today.
It felt pretty good.
Yeah,
I
you were-
laced a couple out there. Only
You outdrove me a few times.
Well, maybe like once.
Maybe once.
But
Were you using a driver though, or iron?
In the beginning, I used driver until I hit 2 in the fence, and then I switched over to my driving iron, and then I was fucking lights out again. Big dick.
yeah, driving iron was nice.
Oh man, I hit that one. But that brings me to another thing, which we've never. Did we talk about Tiger Woods rookie cards on this before, or just like outside drunk on the porch? It's tough to remember what we've done in
Yeah, I don't
6
remember
episodes.
what we've recorded.
Both maybe. I know
Maybe.
we touched on Tiger rookies a little bit.
Maybe both. But so last weekend, it was last weekend, we golfed for my birthday.
Yep.
And we were sitting out there smoking cigars, drinking beers as the Arnold Palmer was ending.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Bryson DeChambeau.
Okay. Yeah.
And I always talk about Bryson DeChambeau because the guy gives me a boner. Like,
Okay.
It's not a weird boner. Like, he gives me a boner like Dennis Rodman used to give me a boner when I was a kid. And
Were you a little confused with
I
Dennis
was a
Rodman?
little confused,
Okay,
but
yeah.
you know, Jenny Finch gives me the same boner, so I'm like, well, I like her more because of her long hair. But so I got this big old Bryson DeChambeau boner, and Jamie's driving me home because it was my birthday, and you guys weren't going to let me drive, which was
Was that an awkward drive home?
with the
Jameson?
boner.
Yeah.
I had it tucked in my waist belt. Nobody knew.
okay.
It wasn't like pre-coming like Silver Dollar strip club status.
Okay, gotcha.
That was later. But anywho, so on the drive home, I ordered bought a Bryson DeChambeau rookie card. 2020 Leaf iCard. They only made 664 of these things. You could buy them that day for $30, 50 deep.
Right.
There were all kinds of them on sale.
And there's only how many in existence?
664 of them. That's the shortest print I've ever heard of for like a first rookie card
Yeah.
that isn't numbered.
And Leaf iCard, I'm not familiar with that product whatsoever. I don't know if they only do golf. I've been trying to do a little bit of research to try and find out a little bit more about Leaf iCard, but I can't.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to find any information on it at all.
Yeah.
All I know is the fucking thing. Leaf is a actual sports card maker.
Right.
Baseball and all the shit. So I typed in Bryson DeChambeau rookie card, and I was like, "Oh fuck, it's $30. I'll offer this asshole $24." He accepted the offer, bought the thing. Got up super hungover Sunday. He won the fucking tournament. Monday morning, I woke up. Those things were $80.
Wow.
$80. Don't say wow. You fucking know it because you text me and you were like, "What'd you pay for that thing?" And I was like, $20. And you're like, "They're $80 now."
Well, I'm not great with math, as we know. So
As
I'm
we
trying to
know.
do some quick math, and it's not quick.
So
by the time like it caught up, that was my response was wow.
So then I bought 3 more of them, and then we bought 5 more of them together.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of the fastest moving cards with some of the highest potential because of its low population in sports cards right now.
Right, yeah.
I mean, there's not as big of a group of people who are willing to be involved in it or even notice that it's happening because it's golf.
Sure.
It's not Fernando Tatis in baseball. It's not mellow ball in fucking basketball or whatever else is happening right now. But like this cocksucker being 27 years old is changing golf to the point where him being able to hit the ball the way he does has forced other people to change their swing to try and hit the ball the way it does and has fucked up their game.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the point where they're admitting it and they're like, you know, the young guys like DeChambeau are hitting the ball, you know, out of the park as it were, and we can't compete with them. So like we're doing all these speed trainings and things, and like maybe hit a driver, but now our fucking irons are fucking.
Kind of like Happy Gilmore in person. I mean, real life. That's what they were all doing with Happy Gilmore. Remember?
Yeah.
Adam said.
Well, like
They were all messing up after they were trying to do what he was doing.
right. He's fucking 27 years old, and like the guy is winning, and if he's not winning, this year, I bet he's in the top 10 every fucking time.
Yeah, and with that, can you imagine if there was only 664 Tiger Woods rookie cards
Seriously,
that
because
were printed?
Because
Holy
that's
shit.
That's what they're comparing him to right now.
The way he transcended golf.
Yeah, the way he's changing golf is
Yeah.
they're saying because Tiger Woods changed golf.
Yeah.
So now this motherfucker's changing golf too.
So now all he has to do is win. He has to win some more majors.
Yeah, he just basically has to keep playing well.
Yeah.
Which is what professionals do anyway. And if you didn't buy these when they were affordable, I'm sorry, because we haven't had a podcast since I've bought them.
Right.
Because it was just a fucking drunken day on the golf course with something I wanted to do. And then all of a sudden, the motherfucker wins, and then he ties for third. And now they're up over $100 when I bought those cocksuckers for $24.
What's Tiger saying about him?
I don't know what he say about him, but he.
I know they talk.
Yeah, they talk in. Before he went into the last day of the Arnold Palmer, Tiger Woods and him were texting, and Tiger Woods was like, "Yeah, good luck out there. You have what it takes. Like, play bold."
Right.
Which is what Arnold Palmer said, I guess.
Right.
Play bold to win. So then Bryson Deshamble got on his Instagram and was like, if you're going to win, you got to play bold. And then, like, Titleist balls. Play bold.
Right, yeah.
So he kind of dropped a little, like, advertisement dime on this private conversation that him and Tiger had, which some people took as distasteful. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't
like,
care.
like, I'm not going to play the ball that Bryson Deshamble plays. I'm going to buy the hat that Bryson DeChambeau wears.
You're gonna buy the Puma Newsboy
I'm
hat?
I'm gonna buy the Puma Newsman hat. Absolutely. But I don't give a fuck about the golf ball. Like, it's gonna end up in the water anyway.
Yeah, right.
But
just like those.
That's how endorsements work for the guy. So
those
like
24 Tiger special edition Tiger Woods balls that I bought. They're all they're all collecting water somewhere.
yeah, you gave me a
Bottom of a
sleeve of
lake.
them. We'll never see again. Like. Some homeless guy has 2 of those Tiger Woods balls shoved up his ass right now while he's jerking off with the fucking Coke bottle that I tossed into the woods. I didn't mean that, but
I didn't mean that.
But yeah, some people said that like his mention of their conversation was disingenuine. Maybe some people who aren't golf professionals.
Or maybe they were a professional at one time.
Maybe they were professional one time, but they're not anymore. But they might live in the Scottsdale area.
Yeah.
Said that it was disingenuine that the way he played off their conversation. But I guarantee you, he works just as hard or harder than anybody in golf right now.
Oh yeah.
And he's well deserving of like the. It's not a crown, but like him changing the game of golf.
Sure, and people are going to continue talking about the guy as long as he's doing what he's doing on the golf course, and it's really great for the sport. It's really great for the industry.
Yes.
And it's really great for us because
Yes.
we get to reap the profits.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The fucker drove that lake at the Arnold Palmer Classic 2 days in a row.
And that was awesome.
That was sick. 376-yard carry just to get it over.
Yeah.
Like, my furthest drive today, Jameson, because you weren't there, was about 340 yards.
Holy
And
shit.
I got it on the downhill. It didn't carry that.
He's hit a slope, and there was some run out there.
Yeah,
but
I might have got 300 carry.
It was-
and then
I mean, it
40
was-
on the roll.
Right.
This motherfucker's 375, 380 in
the air.
Like it's crazy. It's
Sounds
retarded.
like he juiced up or something.
Well, you don't want to speculate that. Like I did take a shot last night.
Oh, you did?
I did. But I did jerk off this morning before we played
To balance it out?
Technically, those are supposed to cancel each other out.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, it
cancel
relieves the testosterone in your nuts
Right.
already, as it were, built.
All props to you, man.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
thanks.
amazing.
Yeah, and I shot a 41 today.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Same course, that cocksucker probably would have shot a 28. Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll never know.
So your putting was good too, then.
It was good, but we'll never know if he can beat me until he accepts my challenge.
Oh.
Just to play me.
I like that. I like that silence right there. Really?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We
I
actually
mean,
never will know.
we probably won't ever know, but like, maybe he'll accept it.
Maybe
Maybe
you
he
should
won't.
make some bold claims to.
Oh no, I'm not.
Oh no, I'm not going that far.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna win or anything, but until we play, we'll never know who's better. Just like me and Michael Jordan in our beer pong tournament.
Right.
We'll never know who's better until he actually plays me.
Neither will the world.
No,
Nobody
the
will.
world never will. But as far as ASU is concerned, Cory Moore is the greatest beer pong player in the world. And I never even went to school there.
Oh. Wow.
I just kicked their lily asses.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I had about 10 years on them, though.
How did you get to this party?
Uber.
Uber? I just wonder if it was like a special invite or something.
Fuck, no. I wasn't invited.
He's the old guy going back to college to whoop ass.
Hot chicks and fucking dudes with shaved arms invite me to their party? Hell no.
I'm not driving to this party. Uber.
Uber.
Uber commercial?
Oh.
If you're not invited to a college party, the best way to get in and out is to Uber. Don't drink and drive. Drink and Uber.
Well done.
On a serious note, something that we talked about in length was the 90 Fleer basketball box.
Okay.
Last time we were out and about.
I thought you didn't want to talk about that anymore.
No, I mean we
I thought those were burnt. We burned those.
we basically burned all of those.
I thought those cards weren't a good investment.
No,
and
you
should probably just get rid of them.
Hooch is like, don't talk about that anymore. I literally burned them.
That's not exactly what we were talking about at all. They're those Jordans anyway are fucking phenomenal. But because of that, and probably the podcast, I would imagine, the prices of those boxes skyrocketed.
Oh yeah.
They doubled, they tripled, like within weeks. They were just fire. They were hot.
Of the box itself.
Yeah.
The box,
Not the cards,
the box
but-
itself, the unopened box itself. However many of them are left in the world, those prices were getting a lot of attention.
Had to have been the podcast.
It was most likely the
At least,
podcast.
Most
a
definitely.
It was most likely
big thing
Mr.
into
Jeremiah
it, yeah.
Moore over here
Absolutely.
talking about his Michael Jordans and big dick.
Yep.
Because only a man with a dick like that would invest in 90 Fleer. But because of that and the price increase, myself and us, because we are in us, whether you guys knew it or not, bought a shitload of 90-91 Skybox NBA.
Yeah.
Which-
Great product.
Yeah, at the time, that was their, not at the time, but that was their first year of making cards, the Skybox. They had
90?
Yeah, 90-91 season. They had cool graphics, like, they're great looking cards. They weren't the industry standard, because Fleer was actually at the time
Right.
the industry standard for the NBA. So they're kind of looked down upon, but because the Fleer prices got so high, people started going after the Skybox. And like most things that has happened in this industry since we've gotten into it, been a cunt hair ahead
Right.
of what has been happening, because I bought like 8
of these boxes for about $65 a piece.
Wow.
And now they're going for, $120, something like that. But we ended up pulling about 12, 15 Jordans out of there to send out to get graded right before they increase their prices.
And some other good stuff too, like Gary Payton rookie cards are in there.
That's in the series too. They have that Gary Payton draft one.
Yeah.
Which only ended up seeing 2 of those, I believe, out of everything that I bought. Because there's a Series 1, Series 2. And the only difference I see in the Series 1, Series 2 is like the 8 draft pick cards, 7 or 8, and then the coach cards.
Okay.
But everything else is the same. Like, you still get the same Michael Jordan card, I think in number 41, something like that, in Series 2 that you get in Series 1. So it's a weird thing. It's not like it is in baseball right now where, like, they don't duplicate the cards.
Right.
It was just Series 2. They just added a couple more to make your Jordans a little less likely to get. So out of 2 or 3 Jordans per Series 1 box, you might get 1 or 2 per Series 2 box.
And then different inserts like you were talking about with the coaches.
Yeah, the coaches and the actual Gary Payton draft where he's got like the basketball and things like that.
And the hat.
Yeah.
How's most of the centering on those 90?
So Hooch and I have talked about this before where like people talk about these late 80s, early 90s cards, and they're like, oh, it's a super tough grade to get. We're like, well, it is a tough grade to get if those cards have been bouncing around in a fucking shoebox under your bedroom for like the last 25 years.
Exactly.
But if you're pulling them out of a brand new box and the centering's good, because some of them totally fucked.
Right, yeah.
Honestly.
They look
So
like it's been cut with a goddamn spoon.
Yeah, or like sometimes you get like the top of the card that was below it in the when they stamp them out and shit like that. That shit's obvious. But the other shit, like it's not that tough of a grade if you're pulling them out of a brand new box.
Right, yeah.
It's really not, and none of it is.
Pulling them straight from the pack and going into the penny sleeve and then into a top loader.
Yeah.
Just to, and then at that point you're only touching it that one time.
Right. It's the only time it's ever been touched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that pack or box has been sitting around for 30 years.
Right.
Yeah,
so it's not that tough of a grade if you're getting them shits new. Like out of the box, you're the only one touching the thing. But if like some fucking 8-year-old with a cold who like had a runny nose and like they're wiping their buttholes and not washing their hands and shit are handling these cards, yeah, that's a fucking tough grade. But if you're buying them new with the seal on it, like first run of Skybox, which I think will probably be more valuable later on down the road.
Yeah.
Because it was the first run of theirs. Brand new out of the pack. Fucking solid deal.
And those are interesting too with I started looking at some of the like just buying packs of cards from certain years and hanging on to those. Because
to flip
eventually.
Yeah, so invest.
Yeah. Because you look at if you take a pack of like 86 Fleer basketball with a potential Jordan rookie in there, those are like thousands of dollars for a pack, and you don't even know what's in there.
Yeah, and chances are it's not in there.
Yeah, chances are it's not.
It's a poor investment, folks.
Well, I don't know, because if you kind of pivot on that and then you buy like a box of what you talked about with the Skybox or a Fleer, 90 Fleer that we've talked about at length, and hang on to some of those packs and then down the road start selling those packs, I don't know. I think that's a pretty decent investment as well.
Have you guys sold packs?
I never have. I considered it. I considered holding on to boxes because out of those Skyboxes, at one point I bought a lot of 4 of them.
Yeah.
So I considered opening 2 of them and then saving the other 2 boxes just to see what the box value itself would get up to. But I have been given shit before about buying, like, let's just say an 87 Topps Tiffany set of baseball that has the Barry Bonds rookie card in it that potentially could be worth $3,500 if graded a 10. Factory sealed, to not pull the card but to hold the box for value down the road, because I considered at the time the box to be sure money. Like, there's only a certain amount of them. There were 30,000 87 Topps Tiffany boxes made, and they were only presented to dealers at the time. They were not available to general public. So there's only so many left, and we bought 4 of them. I still have 2, and I want to open one of them to get the Barry Bonds card out, to send that out for the potential money. But at the same time, I'm going to keep the other one for just the value of the box itself.
Right.
So for somebody who is so intent on opening boxes for the big win, as it were, the slot machine, the big jackpot,
and it's exciting too.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
Yeah, because it's in there,
right? Yeah, that's the other thing.
Especially in that series, it's in there. Like, it is there. So, like, is it an 8? Is it a 10? Is it a 7? Whatever. You don't know that, but you know that card is there. So for somebody like my brother over here to tell me that they're going to hold on to some certain packs and just, like, hope that a Michael Jordan's not in there, basically, is what you're saying, is hard for me to do. Because if I open that box, I'm opening every single pack in that box.
Right. And
because I want them Jordans. I want them.
Well, yeah, I want the Jordans too. And then also, we're big on investing in Mike Trout rookie cards. And a raw, ungraded Mike Trout rookie card, and I know this for a fact, we just paid, $1,500 for one.
Yes.
There's packs of that 2011 Topps update for going around $400 right now.
Right. But, so, fuck.
And
that's guaranteed to be in there?
No, it's not.
My
There's
idea
only
is
like 8 cards in that entire goddamn pack. Your chances are it's not Mike Trout.
Yeah, but the idea is this: you hang on to that pack, and then you just let that value grow, like in the '86 Fleer,
and then let someone else gamble on it.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
The '86 Fleer packs are what, like, how many $100 for each one?
They're thousands of dollars right now.
Yeah, because the Michael Jordan fucking rookie card is like over $100,000, pushing $1 million in some.
Right.
How much is that motherfucker?
Well,
I actually haven't seen one sold. I've only seen, like, buy it nows for, like, anywhere between $100,000 and like $1 million.
the high grades 8, 9s.
No, this was a 10 that I'm looking.
Oh, was it a 10? I'm not sure what they're up to. The I've heard talks that it's going to be $1 million card soon. I'm sure that it will be around there.
I'm sure it will be.
But for me, like an investment standpoint, I think that's an interesting way to sort of throw some money at something and let it sort of sit in a safe, kind of long term, and let it grow.
Well, okay, so you do that for the '86 Fleer, of course, because there's Michael Jordan potentially in there,
or the 2011 Topps Update.
Okay,
pack,
because there's potentially Mike Trout in there.
Yeah,
but deep inside of my soul, there's a fire burning that says, what if this is the goddamn pack that has that motherfucker in there? I'm going to open the cocksucker if I haven't already.
Right.
I'm just going to do it.
Or had a few beers.
Because no one will no one will remember your name if you fucking lay up on the par 4s. Well, you got to go for the long shots, man.
I agree with you. I just think
you double down on 11, cocksucker. Every time.
And I'm with you. I agree with you that it's part of what makes the industry and the business so great is being able to pull those gems out of those packs.
Yeah, for us.
Right.
It makes it great for us. It doesn't make it great to hang on to 2 packs of cards from 2011 and sell one of them and end up that motherfucker getting the Mike Trout rookie card. That doesn't work for me. I don't do that shit. I'm not buying a pack for like $700 and then selling it, which potentially could be a $10,000 pack of cards, or the other side of that, which is most likely potentially being about a $4 pack of cards.
Sure.
That's where the gamble comes in. Now, the Skybox that we were talking about before, I have a bit better grasp with that if I was to open a few and get myself a Michael Jordan. And then, because that's a fucking sick looking card, like where he's dunking it with the graphics and stuff. The thing looks badass.
And the back of it's cool too because he's playing.
He's golfing. Yeah. He's fucking golfing. It's awesome. And then you have the, like, I think there's another one where it's some no-name player where he's like literally eating nachos or something like that. Like,
oh really?
Yeah, it's super cool. But then you got the Irvin Johnson and the Larry Birds, and I got a million Dennis Rodmans out of those. I'm going to sell a couple, but I want to keep most of those because I like Dennis Rodman. But so if you were to open a few packs out of a box like that, and you were to get one Michael Jordan,
yeah,
as a PSA 10, those things are ranging around $700 right now.
Sure.
And if it's a 7,
not $100. Like 60, probably.
and what's the pack cost? Or the
box is about 65. Well, it was about 65. Now they're over 100. They're about $120.
So even if you got a 7, you've got your money back.
Hey,
just with that one card.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a 7.
I read that I think it was 5% of cards or 10s.
No, you and I watched that fucking video.
No, I read this, but is that not true?
Yeah, that was that stupid fucking Beckett shit. So they said, like, those idiots who didn't know what the fuck they were talking about, they were giving people bad information, and they were boring as fuck, and they were overweight and looked like shit to us, and once again, boring as fuck.
Were they the ones saying 5%?
Yeah, they were saying if you sent your cards to Beckett, out of all of the 9.5s they receive back, 5% of those are 10s. And out of those 10s, 5% of those get that elite black plate that they say is more valuable.
Which I did not even know what that was.
It's fucking stupid. The only thing that matters for is people who like Beckett and people who collect things. And
black plate is a Beckett thing?
Black plate is specifically a Beckett thing, and it means immaculate. Best there ever was. And there's a lot of cards that go through Beckett, like Mike Trout rookie card, Michael Jordan, whatever the fuck, that don't even have black plate cards because no one who was grading them at the time thought they were immaculate.
Yeah, every card I've seen that was a super high dollar card was PSA. I mean,
yeah. That shit doesn't matter. That's what we were talking about earlier. Like,
of course, yeah,
like
absolutely.
The off-center PSA cards, and they're like, oh, maybe if you would have sent it to Beckett,
yeah, right.
instead of a 6, you would have gotten a 7 or an 8 maybe, and you would have been worth more money. Bullshit.
Yeah, not necessarily.
No, but that kind of shows you right there that they'll give something a 10 when it's not a 10. If they have a 10 with a black, what is it, black plate?
Black plate is immaculate, yeah.
So that shows you right there they have 2 different 10s.
Right, it does. Yes, they have 2 different 10s.
Yeah.
And they're 5% apart. So like, and some cards don't even have that black plate. So it seems to me like at some point somebody's going to be like, well, we don't have any black plates of this one. Maybe they're due.
Right.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't change the value
So
of
fuck
it.
all that noise. Just go PSA.
Go PSA. It's
PSA.
fucking stupid. You get a 6 PSA because it's off center. The same card gets an 8 Beckett. And they're like, oh, we could get more money because of the 8 versus the 6. No, people will pay more for the 6 PSA because it is PSA.
Right.
Like, the 8 Beckett actually kind of makes it less valuable because they weren't paying attention, or they didn't care, or their grading standards are lower.
Right.
Sure.
And it makes me upset to hear people talk about that and tell people who are new to this
To invest
hobby,
their money.
to invest their hobby, that like, yeah, if you sent this card to PSA, it would be a 6 and it'd be worth X. But if you sent it to Beckett, it would be an 8 and it'd be worth X plus.
So you
It's not, though.
so you recommend anyone buying a card from us send it to PSA if it's already a raw card.
If it's not
Just a
great,
raw- if it's a
not,
raw card
if
and they
it's-
get it from us, you recommend sending to PSA.
Sure, if that's what you're into, yeah. Or if you're into flipping raw cards, you know,
Well, of course,
sit
you're
on it
flipping
for a
raw
while.
card,
But if you're
gonna grade it,
if you're gonna grade it, send it to PSA.
Or
There-
better yet, send us your cards and we'll look at them and send them to PSA with our group submission.
we can do that too.
yes.
I mean, like we we had 3 Luka Doncic rookie cards. The Prism.
Panini Prism, which is extremely hard grade to get.
It's a hard grade to get, but we are 2 of 3 for the ones we sent in for 10s.
2 10s, 1
well,
9.
Hooch, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to give the information where they can send cards,
Well,
so that
Send it.
you can do that group and
Right now, give
they,
it to them.
They can email us at 2brothers, that's TOO, brothers, SI, at gmail.com. Hit us up.
Yeah, and
We'd
you
be
can-
more than happy to, help you in any way that we can in grading your cards, because we have a pretty good eye for this.
Yeah, we do. We haven't been losing very much
no, you have not
at all. I will say honestly that I only lost recently because my timing was off. I sold a Kyle Lewis 10 graded rookie card, American League Rookie of the Year. I think the only reason his card is dog shit, and his card is dog shit, by the way, is because he's a Seattle Mariner.
Yeah.
And there's just no fucking pull behind that team whatsoever.
He's not having a great spring training either.
It doesn't really matter about that.
Well, I
Like,
know, but people are kind of like, with the industry now as it is, people are paying more attention to everything in sports.
Sure.
So they're taking a closer look at stuff like spring training, different acquisitions that people, normally were like, meh.
Well, they
I
are
don't
because
really-
there's more people doing it now.
Yeah,
So all of a
exactly.
sudden, everybody feels like they're.
I'm sure contracts come into play too. When they get a big contract, their card value goes up, right?
Well, that helps, because they're in the news.
Well, and that just shows that there's people behind them with money, also,
Well, yeah.
like betting
Yeah.
on them. They're betting on
Of
them.
course,
really.
they are, just like we're betting on them.
Right.
Yeah. But we're guessing, and like the thing that bothers me about the Kyle Lewis card is that the guy will be a monster in baseball for a
Right.
very long time. It's just he plays on a market that doesn't get a lot of love.
So
Just,
you don't hold that card, just tuck it away and wait.
well, I got a bunch of them.
Oh, you do.
I just sold one to keep my eBay account active,
Right.
basically.
Well, yeah, and you test the market too to
Yeah.
see what it's looking like, because the guy won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, American League Rookie of the Year is not a fucking easy award to win, by the way. There's a lot of goddamn young, good baseball players out there, and he happened to be the best one in the American League.
Right. And that's part of the formula too that we use, is like testing the market, because you want to see what some of these cards are getting in terms of people getting excited about them with the season coming or whatever may
Sure.
be happening. Right when he won the Rookie of the Year, I'm sure his card prices were probably the best that they were.
It was about $100.
Yeah. So right now you have to kind of wait and see what he's going to do.
Yeah. No, that's true. And he will continue to do very well.
Yeah.
I just don't think his card will get more than $100 just based off of what he is.
Based on where he is.
Yeah, based on where he is. I think that motherfucker ends up in Boston, and even once he ends up in Boston eventually, his card still won't be that valuable because he'll be in Boston surrounded by a group of motherfuckers, And his chances of Hall of Fame are, anybody's chances of Hall of Fame really is very
Slim.
low.
Yeah, right.
So, you got to do your shit now.
And
even though he's doing his shit now, people don't recognize it,
right, true,
which pisses me off
true.
because I got a lot. I Kyle Lewis shit.
You're still watching him though.
Oh, yeah. And I do think Kyle Lewis cards will go up a little bit. And I still think it's a decent investment to have. I don't think it's a great investment to have. I think Adley Rutschman is a good investment to have.
Yeah, definitely.
The catcher for Baltimore. He'll probably end up playing in the outfield. Fucking guy is a stud. He broke the record for most hits and on base.
I was just going to say, he must hit well if they're going to put him in the outfield.
Yeah, he was most hits and best on base percentage in the College World Series ever.
Nice.
He was one of those cocksuckers who got walked with the bases loaded.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the whoever they were playing, I don't remember. They were up 5-3, bases loaded. Adley Rutschman comes in, walked him with the bases.
You're
loaded.
hitting better than 300 if they do that.
Yeah. He hit over 400,
Yeah, exactly.
fucking something.
Yeah.
And they're
in the College
scared
World.
of you. That's like
So-
some Barry Bonds stuff.
It is. That is Barry Bonds shit right
Yeah.
there. They walked Barry Bonds in the World Series, I think.
Was it the World Series?
I think it was the fucking World Series with the
That's-
bases loaded.
Oh wow.
Sounds stupid,
Get
but
the fuck out of
it's
here.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
it's Barry Bonds.
Maybe
He's the
it's
greatest
not.
ever.
Yeah.
Greatest ever. Barry Bonds, greatest ever.
Yep.
My opinion, my money, Barry Bonds, greatest
Over
ever.
Mickey.
Yes.
Over Mickey.
Over Mickey.
Wow.
In terms of like raw talent, man, I don't know. Because Mickey could do it all.
Okay, hold on. So if you give me a sober Mickey Mantle all day long, but you give me Mickey Mantle the way he played the game because he loved his life the way that I do,
Yeah.
I'm taking Barry Bonds because I know how I feel every day when I wake up in the morning. So
Let's just say Mickey wasn't quite as disciplined as maybe Barry Bonds
Yeah.
was in his career.
I cannot wait for Mickey Mantle's birthday so we can do our special on
Yes.
Mickey Mantle.
Oh my God. I can't wait either.
So here's the other fucking thing that's really interesting to me. Fernando Tatis starts off spring training this year with a 460-foot home run.
Okay.
And people are like, holy suck my dick. 460 feet. He hit one 470 something on top of that hardware building in San Diego last year. Bat flip. Love that guy. He's my favorite baseball player. Everybody fucking knows that who listens to us, including you cocksuckers. Mickey Mantle hit one 565 feet with the ball not being thrown as hard, with bats that were heavier, and he was 6 foot, 185 pounds. 565 feet.
Yeah.
Over 100 feet further.
Right.
Just so you guys know, that's about, what I outdrive you guys by. On the golf course.
Go fuck
the
yourself.
long goddamn ways.
That might be a little exaggerated.
He wants to be called Mantle.
Yeah.
When he's on the.
When I'm on the golf course, you
He's a-
better call me Mantle. God damn it.
He's drunk and hitting hard.
Oh, yeah, every time. I've never played 100% in my life. Richie Sexton hit a 503-foot home run that put a hole in the top of the scoreboard in Arizona.
I remember that was
opening,
that was five.
That was opening
Five
day.
what?
503 feet.
5-3.
Opening
503,
day.
Yeah.
He hit it up there. And then if that would have been a 565-foot home run, it would have left the goddamn stadium.
Yeah.
Coming from a guy who looks like they should have played second base now
Right.
in today's game.
What
Yeah.
about Barry when he's sitting out there in the fucking ocean? How far were those going? In San Francisco.
Those were like
Bay?
almost like 500 footers.
He hit a few 500-footers, but I went with my mom to 5 games when I was living up there in Northern California. We saw Barry Bonds hit 3 home runs, and they were 420 to 460.
So you don't think that Barry Bonds is beating that Mano record?
565?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
no.
Nobody?
Well, it's
Well,
not a record. I mean,
It's not a record.
No, Josh Gibson hit a 600-foot home run in Boston where the seat is painted red that he hit.
Okay.
But Josh Gibson was never in the majors.
No, that was the Negro League thing.
And then, well, Babe Ruth, we were talking about this earlier outside. Babe Ruth had a 587
Right.
foot home run.
Yeah. That probably rolled a while because
Yeah.
he hit it out of the park. And where they picked it up from
Yeah.
happened to be 587 feet away. But I think Josh Gibson was probably legit. If they say Mickey Mantle's 565 was legit, Josh Gibson's 600-footer was fucking legit.
Yeah.
And that poor fucker, that brain tumor, right? Everybody thought he was insane.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what was.
Yeah.
what was wrong
600
with him.
fucking feet.
That's a football field.
That's 2.
Yes. 2.
Yeah. 2.
Back to math. 3 feet in a yard.
Right? 100
Yeah.
yards.
2 football fields.
That's fucking
wait a
2
second, look at me.
football fields. Josh Gibson. home
Holy
run.
shit.
Yeah, left-handed cocksucker. Parked it out there. No problem.
What year was that?
Long time ago.
Holy shit.
I think probably the most reliable home run, if you're talking about, you know, those monster home runs, is probably the Mantle. It seems like there would be more like better technology to be able to track that home run.
Probably. And then there's also the picture that you have of him holding the ball that says 565 feet
Right,
yeah.
that he signed.
Yeah.
So there was something to that.
Yeah.
But god damn it, that is a long ways.
That is a long ways.
That has nothing to do with investment quality
Right,
because a
no,
home
no.
run's a fucking home run.
Right. We're just getting down on both knees here talking
Yeah.
about Mantle.
Warming you up for his
Because we
birthday.
love Mickey.
I could get down on both knees for Mickey Mantle all day long. Every single day.
But you know what he'd say?
What would he say, Jameson?
What'd the girl tell him?
What do you want me to do with the cum?
We got to say it one more time. Go ahead.
What do you want me to do with the cum? I don't know. What are you asking me for? I'm no cocksucker.
Only Mickey.
Only Mickey Mantle would do that shit.
Only Mickey.
And only this fucking show would fucking repeat it.
Yep.